Today, the 1.12 update went live across Xbox and PS4, with PC to come later in the week, and brought with it a handful of new balances and other fixes, but also a handful of disappointment. To break it to you right away, League Play is not coming this week, but instead in mid-February per the newest update blog post from Treyarch, which we'll be breaking down in this video. On the plus side though, Blackout, Multiplayer, CWL, and Zombies all received some focus in this patch. However, compared to some of our previous updates, 1.12 was certainly not as productive. What's up guys, Zach or Immortal here, welcome back to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Today we're jumping back into the world of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 to take a look at everything that changed in today's 1.12 update. If you guys do want to stay up to date with all the latest Black Ops 4 news and information, feel free to subscribe with your channel notifications turned on. And with that said, let's jump right into the patch notes. Let's kick things off by talking about League Play, since that was pretty much what everyone was super hyped up about with the 1.12 update. Originally, Treyarch stated that League Play would be launching by the end of January, meaning today's update would certainly carry with it League Play, right? Nope. Last week, Treyarch posted an update blog regarding League Play, and in it, they were pretty cryptic when it came to whether or not the mode was actually going to be releasing this week, or if it was going to be delayed yet again. Unfortunately, the latter there was true, as today's update did not bring League Play to the game, but instead, Treyarch posted yet another blog stating that League Play is going to be debuting alongside the major game update in mid-February, so probably around the 12th or the 19th, as that's roughly when Operation Absolute Zero is going to come to a close. So yes, yet again, League Play has indeed been delayed. But Treyarch did provide some reasoning behind this delay, and in all honesty, it does seem somewhat beneficial. Of course, I'm ultimately disappointed that League Play isn't in the game right now, but Treyarch said that they're delaying the release process to alter the mode based off of community feedback that was received in the prior League Play posts. So at least if they're delaying it to change it, they're changing it based off of community feedback at the very least. For starters, the CWL rule set is going to be updated, and this updated set of rules will be going live later this week, and will feature all the previous restrictions on top of Ajax and Torque being fully restricted, Prophet's Seeker Mine being restricted, alongside Firebreak's Reactor Core, Seraph's TAC Deploy, and the score streaks of the Dart and RCXD also being fully restricted. It's also worth mentioning that Zero's abilities and any other future DLC specialist will also be fully restricted in competitive play. Now, the remainder of this League Play blog update is rather lengthy, and for the sake of this video, covering all of it would take a decent chunk of time, so I will link the full post in the description below, and I'll just touch on the main highlights of what's being said. Treyarch basically touched on what they thought were the downside of Black Ops 2's League Play system, and talked about how those were being combated with our new system here in Black Ops 4. Previously, Treyarch announced that League Play events would take place over the course of weekends or 3-day periods, and that was something that fans were not very happy about. And with that, Treyarch actually reworked the way that League Play ranked events would actually work. So now, fans will be able to play League Play like we remember it at any time that we please, and not just during 3-day intervals. Originally, those 3-day intervals were going to be the ranked ladder point system, and in between them, scrims would take place. However, now, League Play events will be taking place over the course of a whole week, and scrims are actually no longer going to be included in the game. That is, until World League Gauntlets come to the game, which at that point, scrims will apparently be added in too. They also mentioned that multiplayer XP and black market tier progression will be earned through ranked matches, and that teams and clans support will be coming later this year. My only concern here is that if multiplayer XP and black market tier progression is going to be earned through League Play, does that mean our public match stats are also going to be affected in League Play? If so, that poses a little bit of concern there, but nonetheless, at least you can earn black market tier progression and some XP while playing in the League Play mode. To wrap things up, League Play will also have its own hub called the World League Hub on the main menu once it's launched into the game, completely separating it from all other modes. And in preparation for League Play's launch, later this week we're going to see a Pro Series Mosh Pit playlist come to multiplayer, which will feature all the updated CWL rules in effect. Now onto the regularly scheduled patch notes. 1.12 really focuses on a lot of balancing in Blackout and support for the upcoming Mastery camos in Zombies and Blackout, which are not available today but will be coming later this week, first on PlayStation 4. Starting in Blackout, the new Ambush limited time mode is now live on PS4, which features snipers, melees, and launchers only, with a circle that never stops collapsing, meaning that late game is absolute chaos. And as you guys can see in the gameplay, it did not go well for me. I was very underprepared because basically everyone is running around with snipers, bowie knives, and launchers trying to survive the final zone as it closes into a very tiny circle. Full camo progression is also coming later this week, which will allow players to unlock unique Blackout-specific camos in-game, with Blackout's own version of Gold, Diamond, and Dark Matter being included in that list. Zero will also be getting her own Numbers outfit unlock quest later this week as well. Now, as far as tuning goes, armor, concussion grenades, and cluster grenades were the priorities this week, with level 1 armor damage protection being reduced from 30% to 15%, level 2 armor damage protection being reduced from 40% to 25%, and level 3 armor damage protection being reduced from 50% to 35%, so all armor options will be slightly less effective now. On top of that, Treyarch also removed explosive damage resistance from level 3 armor, and also removed the melee weapon damage reduction from level 3 armor, and finally they increased the armor plates required to repair a single durability pip of level 3 armor from 1 armor plate to 2 armor plates. With concussion grenades, they reduce the status effect duration, the area of effect radius, the throw distance, the opacity of the white flash when initially concussed, and the hipfire spread while you are concussed. In addition, when concussed, players can now use equipment, perform melee attacks, and switch weapons, hopefully allowing us to fight back a little bit more when we do get hit by a concussion grenade. With cluster grenades, they increase the time to detonate after impact and also reduce the damage of the mini cluster grenade explosions. In general updates, you can now immediately aim down sights after interacting with a door. The long shot on the scoreboard will now properly be displayed on the after action reports, and also the zombies' Ultimus character voiceovers will now play as intended. Switching over to multiplayer, we've got a new set of featured playlists including Blackjack's Gun Game, Hardcore Mosh Pit, Endurance Chaos Mosh Pit, Mercenary Capture Mosh Pit, and finally Safeguard. Now, as far as fixes and tunes go, with Prophet they resolved an issue where the Tempest could gain an extra charge if an enemy was killed by a player-owned Seeker or Score Streak. With Ajax, they resolved an issue where the grenade fuses could expire faster while the ballistic shield was in use, and with Ruin, they resolved an issue where the gravity slam would not properly trigger if the player landed directly on top of another player. The tracker perks detection icon will no longer display after the player switches to a class without tracker equipped, and with the acoustic sensor, they resolved an issue where the acoustic sensor would stop working if the player switched their class after spawning. Also, with the Crash Landing Challenge, it should now properly progress after earning a Gravity Slam Shutdown medal. However, I have seen some reports of players having their Crash Landing Challenge progress completely reset after this update went live. As far as weapon customization goes, Mastercrafts applied to secondary weapons will now update in real time, and they also resolved various issues relating to gold and diamond camos not properly appearing when switching or picking up weapons with those camos applied. In custom games, sweeping and constant minimap custom rules now function as intended, and TDM score limits can now exceed 500 in case you want to play a TDM match that goes to 501. Finally, with miscellaneous multiplayer updates, the grenade equipment charge will no longer be lost if the player dies during the throwing animation. Players can no longer gain XP for team killing in Hardcore Search and Destroy or Hardcore Control, and finally they fixed an exploit that could allow players to briefly speed up movement when rapidly ADSing in and out. Then over in Zombies, the main updates came in the form of classic and loot weapons. The MP40, the Galil or the Grav, the Damon 3XB, the SWAT RFT, and the Cat 40 are now available in mystery boxes on all maps, and camo progression for all of those weapons is now available in the armory once they're unlocked in the black market, with of course the exception of the MP40 and Galil, whose camo progression is unlocked automatically. The remainder of the Zombies updates actually come in the form of stability fixes across specific maps and global fixes as well, so if you want to read all the specifics there, I'll link the patch notes post down in the description below just for the sake of time. To wrap things up, the Barbarian Special Event is also now available on Xbox One and PC for all of you guys to access over there. Keep in mind, it's got 25 tiers. It is free for everyone, but if you'd like to get the tiers quicker, you can purchase them if you'd like to do so. And at tier 25, you do unlock the Cat 40 DLC pistol. With that being said, that effectively wraps up this video. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to drop a like on it, as it would be much appreciated. And if you are brand new here to the channel, feel free to go ahead and subscribe with your channel notifications turned on. That way you can stay up to date with everything Black Ops 4 related. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.